A court's choice of law analysis often turns on its classification of an issue raised in a lawsuit as either substantive or procedural. Generally, a forum state will apply its own procedural rules, even if the substantive issues in a case are governed by the laws of a different state. However, as illustrated by the case of O'Leary versus Illinois Terminal Railroad Company, it's not always simple to determine whether an issue is substantive or procedural. 15-year-old Judith O'Leary, a Missouri resident, was a passenger in a car full of young people on their way to a dance in Granite City, Illinois. The car was struck by a train owned by Illinois Terminal Railroad Company, injuring O'Leary. O'Leary filed a negligence suit against the railroad in Missouri State Court. The railroad asserted the affirmative defense of contributory negligence. Specifically, the railroad argued that if O'Leary had been paying adequate attention to her surroundings, she would have seen or heard the train in time to warn the car's driver to get out of the way. Because the collision had occurred in Illinois, the trial court had to decide whether to apply Missouri's or Illinois' contributory negligence law. Missouri law would require the railroad to prove contributory negligence on O'Leary's part. Illinois law, on the other hand, would require O'Leary to prove that she'd acted with ordinary care for her own safety. The trial court applied Missouri law, and the jury found for O'Leary. The railroad appealed, arguing that the trial court should have applied Illinois law. The Illinois Court of Appeals affirmed, but due to an ambiguity in the law, it referred the case to the Illinois Supreme Court for review.